Welcome everybody to this final part of this Guessing a Victory in Every Region. We are here in Asia. It is 9 p.m. UK time, so 6 a.m. Tokyo time, and we got this done on the 17th of March. We'll also be doing a sort of mini season review in this video as well. Before we get into until we get into the actual eliminations, and then we'll talk about the game. It felt like a very long start to the chapter. Glad we're back to original storyline, even though there was a lot of collabs, obviously Kill Bill, South Park, stuff like that. Overall, I enjoyed this season. If I have any complaints, it would be that, like South Park and Kill Bill, it didn't stay around long enough. Especially Kill Bill as well. The skin was in the battle pass, yet the sword and stuff disappeared as soon as the South Park drop happened, which is kind of annoying, but again, I wasn't really using the sword a lot. Obviously the South Park dropped and they changed the theme park Common Land, which I loved. I'm a massive South Park fan, so for me this was a win collab. And I did get a Stick of Truth victory on one of my reading challenge videos, which I'm really happy about as well. As for weapons this season, Loot Pool felt a little, I wouldn't say dated, but nothing really super exciting. Obviously the arc laser gun was just annoying. Oh my god, was it annoying. I think I got eliminated by that more than any other weapon this season. Yes, I used it myself to get a few victories, but overall, even though it was the most unique weapon, it was the most annoying weapon to come against, especially in zero build. You didn't really stand a chance. As for the rest of the weapons, I like that they added combat at the end of the season, but I was using the Julies more than anything you'll see in this game. I end up double Julieing it for a bit. I think overall, yeah, it was quite good. Obviously they added the Foundations gun near the end of the season as well, which is really useful, but I found myself in the end preferring sort of the other ARs with lower fire rate. I think it's easier to control on controller. As for the pacing of the season, it felt overly long. 3 months. Obviously there was a break for Christmas and stuff like that, and New Year, but the season just felt overly long. I was sort of waiting for it, the next step. Obviously going into next season, the Battle Pass is going to be cheaper, I believe, at 800, but you will not get 1,500 or 1,500 V-Bucks back. You'll only get 1,000, which for me was, I bought the Battle Pass, got the 1,500 V-Bucks, then pretty much once a year I could buy a skin with the V-Bucks I got left. But that will not be the case, which I understand. Obviously stuff has gone up, especially RAM. I think they said that RAM has gone up to £250-300 for something. I don't know much about RAM, but we won't mention the aim there. And I think that's upset a lot of people. For someone like me who's not buying a lot of skins, it doesn't really make too much difference, but it does mean I won't get that. Won't get that skin once here, and that again. Then that was awful by me. So it stopped my train of thought. I don't know what my aim was doing. It should not have let that get that far down. I could see someone appearing here. I have got those jewelries. I need to escape. Let's just fly away. Shoot Sabrina in the chest and legs, and I do pick up a crown. Woo! As for my wins this season, I think it ended up at 13, which I'm quite happy about. Ended up at 13 wins, lots and lots of eliminations. I did play quite a bit this season. I think it would be in a longer season as well. Rocket Race, I got to Elite, so it'll be interesting to see where I start off next season on that. I didn't focus on ranked at all this season. I was just trying to get this challenge done more than anything else. So overall, I give this season a C. Just for the collabs I didn't hang around long enough, but there was a lot of collabs. The V-Bucks thing is just destroyed a lot of people, and I kind of agree. Weapons weren't exactly amazing. Jetpack was good, and I did like the balloons, and the return of snipers was always good as well. So let's get into this gameplay. Okay, so you can see what we're doing here. We're using our audio visuals here just to know where to go. I'll see here I'm trying to find gold to get maybe one of the exotics or mythics. That's a good thing they did add at the end of the season. You see, just running around, see if I can find some. So I'm going to jump in a car. I think near the tail end of the season, the amount of cars completely disappeared, which I kind of enjoyed. Not for the way of I couldn't drive around and chase after eliminations like I am here, but I think it sort of made the game less about cars, especially in zero build as well. When there's a lot of cars in zero build, you've got to deal with at least the last four of the last top 10 are all in cars. That's all they do. Obviously I use the car here, but I'm using it more to find eliminations. Obviously I do use it to get away at some points. You can see it just sort of floating around here, so just trying to figure out what to do. Where to go? See shots fired over there, near the visitor. Is visitor? I don't know. I should really follow the storyline. There we go. So we head over here. You can see shots fired down there, so let's go and jump on that. From distance, you can see this if I mention about the recoil, because that is not good. I do get that elimination from distance, but see here, I tap it, and that works out better. So you hold on, if you're using the foundation gun and your own controller and you're dealing with the recoil, just fire it a little bit, don't hold your finger down, otherwise, especially from distance. Close by it's great, but from distance, don't bother. Again, use those jewelries and pick up the animation there. Head up over here and see what's going on. You can see in the distance here, that's obviously The ship is firing at people. I can see someone over there. I'll take a couple of shots here, see what I can do. See, miss. See, when you hold on to it, I just miss every single shot. But I would say there's a little bit of lag here. See, you do manage to get a good couple of shots on there. Should really wait to see if my shield comes back up before I try and make that. I've lost him. I've lost visuals on him, and someone's coming from behind me. And there's elimination as well. I would say actually, I feel like the bots have become better this season. Also, there's some cases like that laser I was speaking of. In some cases, they're still goddamn awful, and they're just walking into walls and trying to farm during zero build. But in other cases, especially with movement, they do seem to be getting a little bit better. If I can find someone else here, let's get this elimination. Again, look at that awful aim by me, and I should never have let it go that far down. And now I'm going to pick up the elimination. I'm going to change over and get that phase now. See, this is when the jetpack comes in use. Would come in use, but no, I sort of escape. This could have been the end of it actually here, but I've run. That's the thing I've learned. It's okay to run. Reset, get yourself in a position where you can actually get everything up. See, this mist was really, really useful. The only bad thing about it is you cannot for the life of you see through it. See, we reload everything, and away we go. Hoping to find barrels or anything to get that last bit of green health up, but we can't find anything, so let's fly up here. We're in zone, so that's all great. Again, so to see someone flying up over there. Decide here to make a fly more into zone. Get deeper in. Yes, it's breaking away from where people are, but at the same time we can use everything here. Let's go for this, and we grab our jetpack finally. So we do have something to get away with, and we change out our double dualies here and pick up the Flex SMG, which does come in handy. And let's just fly over and see what's going on over in this direction. You can see there was a shot there. Again, I'm not sure if that was a hunting rifle shot or it's someone actually just trying to make an appearance. As you'll see later on, it is someone sneaking about here. Like me, at this point, I'm starting to sweat a little bit, just because of how long it's taken me to get this challenge completed. Asia and Australia took me far too long. Middle East, for once, wasn't too bad. Obviously, I'm going to try and do this challenge again in season 2 of chapter 7. Let's see if I can get it done. I kind of enjoy playing on different regions, so the easiest region, NH Central. I don't know, it's where all the sweats are supposed to be, but for some reason it must be because of skill-based matchmaking, but I'm most probably not the only non-sweat there, so I did get some easier lobbies. And I did enjoy moving in between zero build and build. I realised on this one there was no point in building, so let's go zero build. Quite surprisingly, I didn't have too much of a connection issue when I checked later on. I actually had 100 80 ping, which is 60 better than I normally have. Had 240 in Asia. Don't know what was going on. Saying that, I had about 5 ping on Europe, and I normally get about 18. So it might have been the time of day or whatever, but for some reason I did get better ping. I think a lot of people, maybe like myself, do certain challenges in the different regions, because I find if I play, say, in a central in about 10 o'clock in the morning, I have a lot of Asian people playing on that region at the time, just because maybe it's a little bit easier. In here, 6 o'clock in the morning, Tokyo time, and I think maybe 2 or 3 people within the game had Asian names, which is unusual. What's quite funny is this will be my last game of this chapter, so whatever I end up on here is what it'll be for the chapter. I'm not going to play any today on Wednesday the 18th. Obviously new season drops tomorrow, so this will be my final game, and I like ending on a victory royale, and a crown victory royale at that. I end up with 3 crown victory royales. Woohoo! So yeah, get into the zone. Just trying to find where those final couple of players are. See, I'm ahead, which is unusual for me. I can see there a boss. Again, I'm not sure if that's a real. No, it's not real play, because it's only down to the final 2 here. So I'm trying to find out where this final player is. And it's a real player too, because you can tell, because they use the jetpack. You can see it's hunting out to take a shot, which is mostly their mistake to take a shot at me, because I did not see them. You see, just fired out there, missed to the left hand side there. You know, let them peek just a little bit. Take a few shots there, which is nice. So they are going to fly in a second. I do get a couple of shots off and then in the air, and switch to my shotgun. I'm going to rush them here, because I think this is where I stand best chance. That's the SMG, and they go into the bush, which I thought was going to be my downfall. It has been quite a lot. See where someone is. You see them fire. See big headshot, and there is the victory royale, and that is it from me for this get a victory in every region. And this is the last game of this chapter, and I'll see you all in season 2 of chapter 7. Thank you for watching.